Services live dog walk. I'm Stephen Crighton, and you join me in the pack, Edith here and the rest of the gang, who I'll show you in a moment or two, on our Wednesday morning dog walk. And we're asking you to come along and walk with us as we try and keep out of trouble, keep out of way of people like him, and go about our day with the team. So we've got our 7 dogs who we've been out for about half an hour already, and the plan is to walk with you for the next 5-10 minutes. We'll get them through the next couple of sections of our walk, which is quite nice woodland on a nice cool morning, and fingers crossed, no drama, no trouble. Who's up for it? Who's keen? I am, as my son would say. Whee! So yeah, come along, walk with us. We're enjoying this cooler weather this morning, I have to say. It's definitely not as warm yet as it has been the rest of the sort of couple of weeks that we've been out at this time. And so we're quite enjoying the fact that it's incredibly cool, and we've managed to cover quite a bit more distance this morning than we have done on previous sessions, which is great for the dogs as well. So yeah, so I do believe it's to brighten up in Edinburgh. The sun is to burn off this kind of hazy cloud that we've got hanging over the top of us. And what I hope that means is that it just burns off and we have some blue sky. We'll go this way, guys. We'll go this way. Good girls. Good boys. And not necessarily what other parts of the UK have, which is pretty significant thunderstorms. I know that the weather we're having here right now is probably very similar to thundery conditions elsewhere, or the sort of build up to thundery conditions. So I don't think we're going to have that necessarily, but we never know. We never know. Good morning from Texas, Crafty Clark. I had a little snoop on your profile this morning. I hope you don't mind. I hope you're well. I tell you why I snooped on it. It wasn't deliberate necessarily, but you had commented on the little video I put up yesterday of the dogs after our walk. I had them all in the lead, and I thought, is that because sometimes, I think I've spoke about this before, sometimes when your username comes up down here below at the bottom of the screen, sometimes it comes up the way that I can see it today, which is Crafty Clark. And sometimes, depending on if I use YouTube or YouTube Studio, sometimes it comes through as slightly different. It sometimes comes through as your username, or sometimes it comes through as the, the @ user 12745 blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh, who's this? I think I recognise this person. And yeah, lo and behold, it was yourself. So how are we doing? But I didn't actually, I saw you had just the one video, just a little comment and saying that you've been running for 7 years. I forget what I've read now, something like that. And yeah, I hope it's you deleted all the videos, but that one, yes, that's what I read, that's what I saw, yeah. So you must tell me why you deleted your videos. Well, you don't have to, I'm saying you must, but I've often thought about deleting some of the earlier videos from my channel, but here's why I haven't. Because there's almost 900 up here now. And some of them are not very good, right? I admit some of them are nonsense and what have you, but there's dogs that are in some of those videos that are no longer with us, so I daren't even bring myself to check the video to see who's here and who isn't. So yeah, so that's a little bit of a, from running this kind of business. When you look after dogs, no one tells you that there are a couple of hardships that you have to persevere through, and they can be really difficult to deal with, if I'm being perfectly honest. So yeah, so making these videos, back in 2021, I suppose the point was to immortalise the dogs a little bit, but I never really thought it through in terms of what would happen when that time comes. So I'm not taking it down. I don't know if the families still watch these videos back and what have you. We've got a bit, I'm just going to pause for a second. Something's up ahead. There's dogs barking, which we can deal with. There's people kind of talking very loudly. The dogs are a bit stimulated by it. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but we're gonna try and see what's happening here, and then we're gonna make a decision. Good morning. Hi. You might just mind your feet on that orange trailing lead. Sorry, I thought she was. Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, and that's what I was wondering if she was going to do. Double back on you. Tell you. Hello, gorgeous. Look at you. This one? Oh, she's not with us. She's with this lady, yeah. She's not with us. Morning, guys.
Hi, morning.
How we doing? Hey, sausage. Oh, come on, Rubes. You're trying to roll in some rotten stuff. Come on. Come on. There we go. Crisis averted. Oh, that's interesting. That woman said, is that dog in heat? But none of my guys showed any signs of that. Sometimes when that happens, that can be tricky. Not because any of them have their bits, but just because the hormones can just reignite memories of when they did. And certain types of behaviour can come out when these things happen. So I don't think so. None of them are showing any sign. You know, sometimes they can get a bit grumpy between each other, and sometimes they can get a bit playful between each other, but we've not had any of that. I'll catch up with the comments in 2 seconds. Just let me deal with Biscuit. I'll point the camera up ahead. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. There we go. Don't go anywhere, folks. Barney's about to walk the screen. Ruby's dragging me back up the hill. After dragging me down the hill, Ruby's now dragging me back up the hill. There we go. Right, where did we get to? Yeah, Crafty Clark. He did call her Daisy, and I was going to say on the comment, but I thought that was rude to call you out. But you're right. It's Ruby. It's Ruby. She was off in her own little world in that little video, isn't she? She's enjoying the sun. She's actually a proper sun worshipper as well. Oh, goodness me, the dogs usually go, I'll show you in a second, guys. The dogs all usually go at the beginning of our walk, and I don't often need to pick up for them around about this time of the session because we've been out for a good half hour, but I've just had to pick up 2. And now Ruby's pulling me back again. Great. What has she got her nose into? What has she got her nose into? You coming, Bee? Come on, you guys. Come on. Yeah, I've got all my my findings on my... Some people ask what this is. These are individual leads. This isn't like one bit of rope. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 leads that we've got. We've got 7 dogs out. I've actually got 2 on my wrist as well. Sometimes when there's, you know that bit a second ago we kind of came across 4 or 5 different dogs. Some of the dogs, it's easier if I just put them on the lead to manage a situation like that, but actually they all dealt with it fine. So I have a couple on my wrist ready just to kind of deal with emergencies, but that was all fine. It was all good. Come on, Rubes. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, and people are impressed by the number of dogs that we have out. We're not doing it to like impress people necessarily, but when I started the channel, a lot of Edinburgh and a lot of the UK was still in a bit of lockdown, and what that meant was we were classed as outdoor workers. So we were actually a little bit, not exempt, that's not the right word, but we could go back to work earlier because I wasn't working with anyone. But what we found was that obviously everybody's out and about enjoying it, being outside, and we got lots of attention from the general public because they hadn't really seen 7 or 8 dogs out together before. And that spurred me on to start the channel. As people started to go back to work, I thought, I wonder if there's still an audience for this, for certain people that can't get out and about and maybe need their day brightened up. Maybe they've had dogs and they'd like more, that kind of thing. So from the point of view of impressing people, yeah, we kind of know that we do that, but we're not trying to show off as such. It might come across that way sometimes, but we do, we like to just show you the sort of behind the scenes of what goes on with the dogs. And it's the type of thing that, like, you know, you send your kids off to play school, or you know, you don't know really, your childminder or something like that, you don't really know what's going on. So it's a little bit like that. It's behind the scenes, making sure that you guys hold me to high account, and I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that, purely because we do things as often as possible, as well as possible. 2 Spaniels together having the time of their life. The black one isn't ours, the Harris is getting cuddles off the woman. Are we going, guys? We just keep coming? This way, buddy. Good boy. Morning. So yeah, so occasionally people sort of follow us along and then realise, there's no drama here. I'm not getting enough anger in my system. The dogs aren't making me angry enough because they're too well behaved. So they scroll on. And sometimes people follow us along for a few days, and then you get comments like that, like, your dogs have just annoyed me because they're too well behaved. I followed you for a week and I thought I'd at least see one fight. I know, guys. How to disappoint people. How disappointing. So if you're new and you're hanging around and you're enjoying what you see, you can do a couple of things to help us out. You can give us a little like. If you're in the comments already, you can, I think, double tap the screen and send little hearts. That doesn't cost you anything either. And then you can also subscribe to the channel, again, all free of charge. And you can then customize your notifications if you only want to see certain times and certain things, or if you want to see us all, every dog video, you can go ahead and do that. But there's absolutely no obligation to do so. We've got a community of about 1,200 subscribers now, and I can't believe it. Our little pups from Edinburgh getting all this attention from all over the globe. And if you're in the comments already, you maybe noticed that Crafty Clark's watching us along from Texas, and we'll happily chat to anyone else that wants to drop a little line and let us know where you're watching from. But you can just sit there and watch. You don't have to say a thing. You don't have to do anything. It's all just for your entertainment and your pleasure. But the real sort of motive for it is to show the owners how their dogs are getting on, especially when things are a bit tricky. And we've had hot weather the last 2.5 weeks. We're going to get some more hot weather for the next couple of weeks as well, so we're trying our best to manage this with the dogs as well as possible. Dogs can very easily succumb to heat exhaustion, heat stroke, those kind of things, so it takes a lot of management. But right now we're enjoying a cool morning. It's a bit cooler. You maybe hear the breeze wafting through the microphone. It's definitely a bit cooler where we are, and we've got some blue sky. I think all this cloud cover is going to burn off over the next hour or so. How hot? Oh well, we deal in Celsius, so we've had like over 20 degrees Celsius, which I don't know what that is. It'll be high 80s, maybe 90s. I don't know. Harris, listen, bud. All right, or just ignore me. Just blank me, buddy. But because, like the week before it, we started getting temperatures of about 20 degrees. We had temperatures of like -2. So we had a 20+ degree temperature swing, and that was hard for the dogs to cope with. A full winter of cool weather, frosty conditions, de-icing the van, the inside of the van being a bit icy, that kind of thing. Blankets down for the dogs. And then we come out one day and it's like hot enough to melt the tarmac, you know. Hot days. Big shift. So the dogs take a bit of management just to make sure that they can cope with that sudden swing. It's like being thrown in an oven. And yeah, we've managed well, I think, touch wood. Although I would say what you're seeing just now, this kind of calm behaviour, a bit chilled out, single file marching, just following the dog in front, and not too much exploring and not too much play. That's probably down to a bit of fatigue that's developed over the last couple of weeks. Just exhausted from being hot all the time. And in addition to that, they're quite clever. So they know that it's going to get hot. So they're conserving their energy a little bit and not doing as much running around, which is also testament to how sharp they are and how how important it is to keep an eye on them, because they're clever dogs. There's one thing I would say, we get asked a lot about dogs, and oh, should I get this kind of dog and should I get that? And I would say, if you're a first time dog owner, getting a really intelligent dog, if you're not prepared for it, is really, hang on, I'm going to spin the camera just to say this so you understand how sincere I am about this. If the dog is really clever, and you're not prepared for that, you're going to be in for a world apart. Because the second that your back is turned, they're off doing something else. They know to watch your body language. They are masters of understanding patterns and even the way you breathe. So it's like, they're just about falling asleep. So now I can go and cause some trouble in the kitchen, or that kind of thing. And I'm not, you might think I'm exaggerating with that, but that is gospel, and we've had that to deal with over the years with different dogs. The more clever they are, the more challenging they can be. Not necessarily to integrate in the team, that's usually an easy thing for them to do, but it's about keeping them content, keeping them working as hard as the others, and making sure they're enjoying their sessions. So, good puppies, good puppies. Good pups. This way. Oh, Juno. Now we're getting a chase. We've cooled off. Now's the drama. If you've already swiped away, you're missing it. Crafty Clark, I will catch up with these comments, I promise. I promise, before I sign off. Oh, Ruby with the wipeout on Harris. So Juno's the dog that's barking. She's a border terrier, and Harris knows that she'll not be able to catch up, and he almost runs a little bit too fast for her.